Welcome to the 30th installment of The Land of Work and Joy. I'm your host, Mr. K, my co-host, St. J, and the man Blessed. And, of course, not forgetting our mystery contributor, the mystery voice, in a 008. By this time, I was expecting you to disappear. Chako into my elections, my rigging.
No.
I'm specialist.
Wow.
We heard you were in Tanzania when the election was there.
No, I was in the Straits of Hormuz.
Huh?
I was doing a special process.
You alright?
I'm alright, brother.
Okay, good man. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into our topics and issues for today. First issue, sanitation at the highest institution of learning. I'm sure you guys saw.
Yeah.
In the recent weeks, we've had an issue with UNZA.
Mm-hmm.
UNZA has got a sanitation crisis.
Yo.
So there's a sanitation crisis at UNZA. So UNZA has faced a recurring sanitation crisis characterized by overflowing sewage. Okay, sewage, overflow. In short, to put it in a more direct terms. Right. So, overflowing sewage, dilapidated ablution blocks, and inconsistent water supply in student hostels.
Yeah.
This is not just a comfort issue; it is a public health emergency. Okay, with thousands of students lying in close quarters to poor sanitation, there are risks of outbreaks of cholera, typhoid, and potentially forcing the university to close, disrupting the academic calendar. So this is not a new thing. These are things that have been recurring.
Yeah.
For the reasons stated here, we can see we have, inconsistent water supply, dilapidated ablution blocks, and the likes. Yeah, so that is our first topic. So in terms of accountability, you guys, okay? Who holds the responsibility for this situation, for the current state of sanitation at UNZA? Is it the government that funds it, or is it just poor administration? Or is it the students who are also using the facilities? Maybe correct. Who can we point the finger at?
With me, I would point at the students.
Okay.
Yeah. They must be responsible with everything that is happening, the way they use their toilets. Because if you look at the way the sewers got blocked, they used condoms there. You don't say it's the administration. No, I'm just going direct to the point.
Yeah, I saw something.
Yeah,
like
used
that,
condoms,
one of
some
the pipes. I don't know
pads.
how true that is, but apparently there was some blockages full of condoms.
Yeah,
and stuff.
some pads.
I was some little bees there.
That's the manufacturer, my guys.
We don't go school to go and study, busy blocking sewers with the.
Yeah, so firstly, it's the students.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have to be responsible.
Yeah.
If, let's say, your landlords, they rent you a place, then you're doing whatever you're doing, then you expect the landlord to come and do whatever it is. No.
And I think, most Zambians have that mentality. We did an episode on cleanliness. Some people have an attitude, say, me, I'm already paying my thing. Whoever is going to sort that out will sort it out. So, so I can just use the amenities whichever way.
Yeah.
Saint, what you think about that?
think,
Who's your blame on? Who are you blaming?
Yeah, I
for
won't
this
even
whole
really
situation?
blame anyone, but the students, they owe it. That's the first thing. They owe it to themselves also to make the place a better place.
Yeah.
And I think like it could be money that's generated around that school. It's for what exactly? Like the money that's generated. Because there's some things that's like, what does it take to sign off so that certain things happen faster? I think they owe it to themselves. The students that are there, they're the first people that should look up to those things. But yeah, even like the way the place is run, you just up to the higher officers. You see who's responsible.
Yeah, so that would be an
Administration.
issue. 008, what you take?
My take is straight to administration. Nothing to do with the students. I think administration is first on the line for me.
Okay.
And why I say it like that, I think, look, if he gave the example, the landlord.
Yes.
If you're a landlord you know that is your business. That's where you pull the money, you bring the, you bring these clients so that you go to. The first thing a client is going to see on your property is this place looks dodgy. You understand?
Yeah.
So are you still going to say it's the client's fault? No. It's obviously the landlord. He has to now do something about it. Firstly, you're going to set up your area, your sewer lines, your electricity, your water supply. So strictly for me, it's administration problem.
Yes.
And why is it? Oh, sorry, my J. And why it is for administration? Once your place is all good set up, like let's just say an academic year in the first place, the school is there. It has a calendar. So what happens in between? What's the administration doing before the next batch comes in? They have to set themselves up.
Yeah.
This is where now, this is the point where the marketing comes in. Like you are calling in these students to come through. So before they come through, you make sure like, okay, this is our institution. So imagine you are the top guy there. You need to be straight up. Oh, a new year is coming.
Yeah.
What problems did we have last year? What problems did we have the year before? What problems were worse before? And then you work with them. Where you cannot implement, what do? You call elsewhere. You call for other, you pull other resources or people that can manage those resources. That's why 100% me administration. And why the administration? Because imagine when that institution is clean in the first place. Dirty boy comes from the area, first learner, first year. Is he going to be throwing rubbish? Is he going to be breaking the rules? You say, okay, look, this is our institution. We have kept it like this, and this is the direction that we're going.
Okay.
So you are walking in the corridors, you're chucking rubbish, you see there's a notice board there. Please make sure your rubbish is messed up. There's a communal area for, what do you call that? Where you go and chill.
Yeah.
If you're a sex man, you like the condom games, you know very well you don't chuck that stuff in the system or thing is that's blockage already. So you're just adding problems now to an already messed up situation. So now imagine this guy comes in fresher. What's the fresher going to do? He's following what his friends have been doing. After it, man. So can you say it's the student's fault, sir?
What's your rebuttal, man?
So here's the thing, all right? The reason why I'm saying I'm putting the blame on the students, all right? This is a higher learning institution, all right? This is not a secondary school or a primary school where you have prefects and everything that will... These are adults that we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's important to be responsible. If you're to Makunganda, whatever the teachers, where we come from, like our homes, definitely where we go, you portray those things, all right? So now what happens is that these UNZA, there's freedom and everything like that. We all know. You've used whatever you've used. You've been responsible. You don't have to go and dump wherever you want to go and dump. Like, no. So one deciding to go and dump, let's say, a pad, definitely they know. I was like, before I say anything, as a student, the moment you get into school, there are orientations. Okay, this is the and everything. You're oriented, like you're told. So you can't dump this side. So if they orient you, then you do the opposite. Are you going to blame the university?
I think, in my opinion, I think this is a multi-layered problem.
Yeah.
Number one, I agree with you. There is a problem with the students as well. Because when you look at those images and some of these writings, they're saying condom blockages, but you also look at some of the pictures, it's a bunch of bottles just thrown all over and everywhere and whatnot. The students have a responsibility themselves to be clean.
Yeah.
But from my observation, this is not just an issue with the students at UNZA. Generally, if you are Zambians, I think to the Wafiko, when you go into public spaces, especially ablution blocks or toilets, they are filthy. That's why now Nipa school, I don't know for most of you guys, the schools you went to, maybe the toilets were okay and what's this. you would even have that thing say, well, me, I can't throw a deuce past Kuruda because the toilet is messed up.
Yeah.
You know, some people even go to the extent of
I was here.
yes, and just picture that.
I was here.
Picture that, you know. And so and even just the issue of garbage disposal. Some students just generally just cleaning up in their own environment is a problem.
Yeah.
Others garbage disposal. If you know that you drink at posa, but they posa, so feel it accumulate. If you know condoms,
Yeah.
but yeah, so it's a multi-layered problem. So that's one with the students. There needs to be more done to educate people. It should become a part of our education system in terms of cleanliness and sanitation. This is how you look after things. This is how you do things. Taking into consideration that we come from different backgrounds. Some people's parents might not be able to get those lessons to them or for whatever reason. But that should be systemized. 2, it's an administrative problem as well, like 008 mentioned. Why is it always like a reactive situation? You know, did you fear JAMA, did you fear FOASA? Like you were saying, these institutions have holiday periods.
Yeah.
What was happening during the holiday period?
Exactly.
Whose job was it to make sure that these things are happening? Because it means it's not norm bed of your
No, it's not.
There's a point where it could have been sorted out and it would have been less of a hassle, but you wait until
The school
the sewer
opens,
bursts and starts coming to the surface. I don't know, I know, but I don't know, clean.
I get your point, but let's just come to a home setup. What about mule checking at the pasu and blocking our channel? You say, I can't clogging.
That's different. That's a home setup. The way you run a home is very different from running an institution like
Yeah, bro.
No, it's very different. The way you run a home versus a college is very different.
Very different.
Just the numbers, the sheer numbers should tell you that you have to have a system where you are checking on these things. Abantu vengi in that space. So the maintenance system for that is very different from a homestead. In a homestead, you're not going to, overrun a sewer system. It's not like you're crapping 3-4 times a day or you're throwing a bunch of nonsense in there. The usage is a bit on the moderate or low end. Now you're looking at an institution with thousands of people using that sewer system.
That's right.
That has to have a different kind of management and maintenance system. So there is a failure in that with that maintenance system, the way they are running it, co-administration. What the cause is, I'm not sure. Then also, there's also the issue of government funding. That is a government institution.
Yeah.
So I think the way it's run also, there's a problem with that. Maybe the administration waits for funding from the government to sort out issues. But you know how government is. Government has so many other things and priorities they're trying to look at. And sometimes, like for them to, no, we need this. It's kind of like, okay, we'll get to it.
Yeah, but you see, that's what I'm saying, that at the end of the day, I think most people misunderstand administration. Like when you're given that role, it's something that you need to also have initiative. You can't always wait for someone to always guide you and say, oh no, should they say Ndalama? What if there's no money? What about you? What is it that you can implement?
Yeah.
Let's just take it to like a village setup.
Yeah.
How do people manage out there? Like they don't have to wait for like an external structure to just come in and say, oh, there's some kind of structure. There's a chief, there's a headman, then there's follow-ups. And then every one of them is tasked to do what it is. I'll give you the perfect example. When I see this whole scenario playing out at this institution, it's a bit disappointing, yes. You've been to these malls.
Yeah.
I won't say which mall specifically. I went to this specific mall. I'm in the car park, and then I noticed the owner of the mall took one of the guys and directed him, showing him exactly what he expects this place to be run like. He was showing him from the tiniest detail, the bolt, there's the thing is the iron bars that
Yes.
the covers, was it dividers leading up to you going to the mall, to the shops, if you're going to your Pick and Pays or your ShopRite, This guy showed him what he expects, including the way the pavers are placed or painting. And he would describe to this guy like, bro, I don't want people to go through here, otherwise they'll trip. I don't want people to do this because of this. That way he is managing that, and that's his administrative role. So I was saying again in the first place that my issue is administration. You need to, firstly, the first assumption should be like, oh, once tababa same. For me, and they are different. There's people who are clean, there's people who are over clean, there's people who are dirty, and there's people who just don't know any of that stuff. So the first row is the moment these students rock up to the place, you need to whip them in shape. Right there and then from the bat. Just assume that now you in even if we're shiny, we're clean. Wayamba vipa faced po bwana kuno tisebenza so. Mwabwera ku university. Mwone kamuche so yes, you're looking good. But this is how we run our situation here. That way we're going to eliminate any of these other problems. And it's going to start right there. And it won't even have to be running to the up top there. Bomba ilanganepo. No.
That's a good point. So preventive instead of reactive.
Yes. So, like I was saying, my disappointment is you've got these breaks. What's the breaks for, my guy? Like, it's not for you to come and repair. It's 1st January. Okay. There's numbers there being played. If you had 30,000 before, you're definitely going to have 30,000 again. So what are you doing?
If you had it before, you're going to feel
The person no.
But like you said, students come from different places. Some urban, some deep geodies like that.
But also like
But
also like you mentioned, like 008 mentioned, say the administration can also do more in terms of preventive measures rather than just reactive or like letting it get to a point where you have to now start looking for money and what's this. So there must be certain rules and things or a system put in place to be more preventive than reactive. It's like, I remember, like, I was in boarding school. So the school I was at, the way we would do things is like, you have people who are assigned to check up on, first of all, you're assigned cleaning spaces. Then you have people who are assigned to check whether those spaces have been cleaned. Maybe at university, it might be
those
a
are
bit of a
adults.
challenge. It's still more, it doesn't make a difference. If they're adults, they should know better than dumping the stuff that
adults
they
are expected to be responsible people because you're an adult.
That's the expectation. Yeah. That is the ideal. But what is the reality?
It's different.
And look at it this way, but look at this way. Blessing. Free advice. Some people were just adults by physical sense. But in the mind, that's where we miss it. You know, there's that. I think there's this ignorance amongst our people. Akamwana kafika 4. Nikamkudu kachita kaziva. So this kid is like raising himself in a sense.
Yeah.
By the time this kid reaches 12, you still assume this is an adult, but he hasn't learned the full basics of that. And then when they now rock up to these institutions with the same mentality from zero, Yozipunzi side, what do you expect?
So that means we shouldn't.
Are you still going to call him an adult?
Caramba. So that means we shouldn't just put the blame.
Remember last discussion. Here's one for you. Remember that last discussion where we're looking at that chick that was in the mob.
Yeah.
The one that attacked that lady from that whole scenario in the mob. That's an adult.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of people now after the fact we're like, ni mwana now.
So my point is, I think we shouldn't just blame the institution.
Yeah.
Even our backgrounds, where we come from. Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
So
So
you think
like,
it's a
Yeah.
it's a
layered.
multi-layered
It's
thing.
Even our homes where we come from, Stephenson states,
Yeah, I stand strongly on that. Say the students, it has to start with you,
Yeah.
because you are the one who makes up the institution. The administration is really just there as a guide. Also.
guide is.
So, forever they from
Two and two.
outside even the universities, don't be misusing these ablution blocks or whatever.
I think the other thing why people are scared of, let's say, dumping a condom in a bin or a pad. Said, superstition.
beliefs,
Bazatenga, they'll do all sorts of things. So, unkuflash chaenda.
Manje here is the killer to that logic. So manje maflash achaenda abwera masoja abwera kufasulura. Wasavipeza vikatuzwa.
They want to know at which one is for play.
But even then, it's a bit
Uzapeza.
going to know. This is
Yes.
You won't say they're accountable.
Yes.
But I don't know. But don't some of them burn those things?
I don't know. People
Some-
dispose.
there's different ways.
Some of them they burn
The
somewhere.
only reason why it's there on the pack, why it says don't dispose them in the toilet, is because there's this same issue of blockages. Because remember that thing when they go and when these designers are making that, it's durability, strength in that whole content. So imagine it goes in the toilet there. Some people don't even bother time.
Yeah.
Because it displays a time. Why
Okay.
is it in time? It's because they don't want any content to go in
Spill
or
over.
out.
Yeah.
So imagine if it's flowing in the cistern or the whole sewer line. It's clogged by maybe other fecal matter within that pipeline. It starts to build up. The water collects, it starts collecting until it becomes a bubble. Stuck. Next batch comes in. Stuck. More feces come in. Stuck. By the time you realize it, imagine now, like you said, it's a whole institution there. There's more than 1,000+ adults. And we're assuming in that 1,000+, we break down the mathematics. How many of them is busy chucking these condoms in
It's
there?
a lot.
It's a lot.
A lot,
Yeah.
exactly. So, ergo, I say to you, administration, wafika first kuno ni kuskulu la mulo is so. This is what we expect of you.
Yeah.
Then, not even just assuming because you've laid down the law in the first year,
People
you
do it.
keep
Follow up.
consistency over time. By
Over
the
and
time
over
you
again.
realize it, everybody, even the people that are going to come out from that institution, are going to be upright citizens like that.
Yeah.
They'll be in your face.
About it.
Not
yeah.
just coming from without our bwana. You have imani baba mani.
Anyway, let's wrap it up on the sewer. That's what we have for you, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of the sewer. Keep it clean. Also, attire, condom, toilet, mwamvera. And also, institutions create preventive measures. Also, to the schools and the education systems.
Labels.
Let's start it from the ground up. If people are educated about cleanliness and sanitation as young people, you drum it into their heads. When they grow up, they'll grow up to be responsible and clean citizens.
Sure.
Let's move to the next one.
Sure.
Chairman Pompi.
Hey.
Chairman, Sefia Pangwena. Yeah, so Pompi's been buzzing for most of the week
Chairman.
about his encounter with the Croc Park. I think this is a crocodile park in Livingstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the issue is over the Easter weekend, award-winning artist Pompi Crocodile, real name, and his family were denied entry to Livingstone Crocodile Park at 16:40, despite the facility's closing time being 17 hours. Okay. The incident sparked a national debate on social media about whether businesses should strictly adhere to advertised hours or if visitors should be more realistic about activity durations. So what are your thoughts, gentlemen? So who was in fault? Is it Pompi or is it the Croc Park for turning him back? Because they do say they were saying here their closing time is 17 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
But man, them got there at 16:40.
Yeah.
It's clearly the guy's fault, man. Come on, I've got no qualms here. Like, listen, you're going to a park to go view something. I'll tell you my experience. I had a bunch of friends come over. They said, let's go check out Lusaka National Park. I say to them, guys, this is like really late. It's like, I think, what was I, like 16 or so. Now, there's this thing where you know that you're going to a place where it's not just like a small space where you're going to just kill like 10 minutes and that's it, you're done. It's a crocodile park. This thing says 1640. 1640 to 17. Come on, guys. Like, even if you're going to squeeze in that minimal time, man. Come
20
on, man.
minutes.
20 minutes.
Come
And
on.
the management did say management clarified that the guided tours take about 45 to 90 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
it was said like that.
Yeah.
The management. said
he's
that.
trying to squeeze in that last one where I mean this is also like, come on, let's just all be considerate as people. Bayawa bomba kutia. Na wavika 17 twala komboka.
You know,
Then
it's
monetize
an
at 1640. So meaning if I'm the guy who's going to be tour guiding this fella, I'm going to have to like factor in like, oh, okay, 40, I'll go this. And come on, man, it's a crocodile park.
Easter weekend. You know?
It's the crocodile park. You're gonna see some cool stuff, man. Come on.
Yeah.
So it's not even gonna be 45 minutes long. No, you're gonna be
45 to 90 minutes.
Past.
Yeah. Over an hour, basically.
Over an hour,
Yeah. I think with this issue, again, I'll take the two-sided approach. There is a moral issue, and then there's also a legal issue. Like you are saying, I agree with you. Like, this is a unique experience.
Yes.
You know, it's not something, it's not like Musho Plating and whichever store.
You
where
were
they
going
tell
to
you,
speak something.
yeah,
Guys,
yes,
come up
you're
You
with-
just pick one or two items
Then-
and you leave within 5 minutes. No. This is a unique experience that requires a certain amount of time. It's not like you just go there for those 20 minutes and look at the Crocs like, oh, there. You know, maybe even to get to where the Crocs are, that might be, let's say, out of those remaining 20 minutes, let's say it's a 15-minute walk.
Yeah. Exactly.
Then you only
it's
have
done.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
By the time it's 5 minutes, you see one thing, Tavara, man, it's 17.
Yeah.
You know, so there's also that. I think I was thinking like, dude, what are you doing the whole day? You decided to go there. You just decided, why say Mafeti? There this time. Like,
But if you think about it, like I tried to think about it also like this, like he was coming from Lusaka.
No.
No.
I think
he
he
was
was
there.
he was already there.
Okay, then that's wrong. Because me, I was thinking like, it's a journey, it's an adventure. Maybe
But even if, bro, it still won't make that much
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. Still won't make much sense. So on that end, I do agree. Like, I think he should have been a bit more considerate in that sense. But
he was.
here's the thing again. There's also I think maybe now on the legal issue, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just assuming. Legally, a business also has to clarify things. You have to state clearly. So let's say for the Croc experience, there are certain other like places where other resorts where if you're going to do, let's say maybe rafting,
Yeah.
they'll specify it, say, oh, the latest you can arrive here if you're coming for rafting is maybe 15.
Yeah.
So that the customer also knows, like, oh, okay. Ngatuafika anytime after 15, nishina bayakari. There's no more rafting arrangements we can do after that. Certain places do that. Or even like if we come to the food industry, there are certain restaurants, they'll let you know in advance, say, Baba, here you only come to the restaurant on booking and reservation.
That's right.
It's not just, you don't just come in and walk in. So there's that clarification to eradicate that confusion. But all they state is, oh, it's 17 hours.
Yeah.
You check.
No, but
So what one might assume is, oh, the last, it can be 1740, Chikurunangi at that time, I'll still get the tour. Essentially, that's what it's saying. Because why have you put it 17 hours if somebody can't come prior to that? You get what I'm saying? So that company also, they needed to clarify in that sense. Say, it takes about so much to so much. Latest you can come for this tour is 16. So that within that time, it's estimated you'll be taken through the tour properly. But even the workers who knock off in good time, it's within their knocking off time. No manga mwashafi open for like 17. You know, you can't assume everybody is going to come like that. There are always people who push things to the T. Like, it's kind of like, you know, and in Zambia, again, like you're saying, we do a lot of things through social contract. You could say that. Yeah. We just kind of agreed, so this is the way it is. You know, but legally, when you look at that, like Nanguyama driver's license. If a policeman stops you, by law, if he says, they didn't license, you are not supposed to give him.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to take that license of yours. But how many people just hand over their license like that? Yeah. So I think in that situation, those are the two things. There's the man who was a bit, I think, in this case, inconsiderate.
He thought he was a superstar and everything is gonna work out on his glass. Like, no, bro.
Some people are actually coming from that.
So your take is
you think probably if you are your map, so you're blessed, everyone should be like, blessed.
So that's a good. So what if it was your maps though?
Even but you know,
they
were going to do
people
that.
accept celebrities. Sometimes celebrities leave tips.
Yeah.
For those people.
But also, it's just a good look on their business.
Yeah.
He's
He's a brand. He's a big brand at the end of the day. Yes.
Yeah.
So you think that they didn't see that Pompi is going to market for them?
He's a
in this
chess
I don't
guy.
think they saw it in that.
That is the way you did the way
He's a church guy.
He's a church guy. No,
Not that he's a church guy.
Look. I think we're getting it all wrong here. Whether it's celebrity factor or anything. I mean, come on, yes. There's social norms that we have in our country.
Yeah.
In our country where we have these laissez-faire kind of thing. But there's something that you mentioned, hospitality standards. So maybe, just maybe, Mr. Man was hoping the guy at the entrance there was going to be polite enough to say, "Oh no, look, sir, we can't let you in. That's it, we closed. Tavara." Maybe that's the experience he didn't expect.
Yeah.
But in essence, he should also factor it to say, okay, I mean, there's places where you've gone where you've actually received like proper customer service, right? Then there's places where you know that there's that guy who's frustrated.
Yes.
At the end of the day, he's going to get a car, maybe a car something. Not a hefty amount. It's enough for him for it to pay his rentals or just sort out his life in basic. But he can't go the extra mile. So you need to factor in that fact. So when this guy rocked up there, he got a negative response, and then he said, "You know what? I'm going to take this to task."
Yeah,
but he should have also factored in at the same time. Not everyone is going to be there to explain to him, because obviously.
But that's another thing again. You see. In relation to customer service in Zambia, that's also it's not a secret. Customer service in Zambia generally is poor. Yeah. So again, we also have to hold these, businesses to account to say, okay, they need to do better. We shouldn't just become adjusted to the bad situation. So maybe I should approach it more like this. No, they also need to do better in terms of customer service. And like you are saying, in as much as we can say the guy was inconsiderate, maybe even the response of the guy was there. Like, you know how people be Tavara, mfuna so on a time
but I think the other thing that hurt the guy was like, okay, me, Pompi, a big name. Like, bro, like, wait, like, I think there was that.
You think
you want to use your name.
I have? Like,
yeah,
no. But I've had the look, bro. Yeah.
Okay, if it was a minister, let's put it in if it was a minister.
No, listen, I've had the privilege of speaking to this guy. So he seems like a stellar straight guy. He's not an in-your-face guy. Like, seriously.
He's not an egomaniac.
I will defend him on that.
Moment Shavana moves that, but no. I said,
I think it's
Mwani Ziba.
Pompi.
Now, okay, but now Mchiba. Now Mchiba.
Like pictures, it's free, man.
No.
It's the way they answered him.
Yeah.
I suspect the answer wasn't, in as much as they wanted to defend themselves.
But
the way he was answered, I think Tafialo did him. Because customer service in Zambia, so kulea mkulipira omuntu so. Aleshana okukuka ipia. Manje mwe. Like, so now to pay you money, which even pays your salary, no, but I should start humbling myself.
Yes, you must humble yourself. Each one of us here knows how we carry ourselves. We know when we're speaking to a fool or we're speaking to someone that's like condescending. We know who is joking with us. I think we can articulate. I feel like we've reached that point. So when this guy like rocked up there, he could have also sized up and maybe you reach a level where you can, I don't know, maybe I'm just like a suave guy who is able to speak to anything, even fools, like, you understand?
No, and sometimes, it's not everyone who can get,
it's
sometimes you only realize after the person gives you that bad response.
Yes.
Because maybe you might get there initially and say, oh, guys, no, we are close right now. Then when you try and argue, okay, so, but it says the same thing.
Yeah, but now, like, look at this.
No, but I think they did explain to the guy. Like, bro, they did
maybe
explain.
they did. Yeah, but also
but that
factor in
initial
this.
response also, it matters.
Nah, him being a church goer. must have been so
you're
hard.
just
Bible says,
hating.
let's forgive.
Doesn't mean you should now let people walk all over you.
Blessing, you're hating.
No,
bro.
I'm not.
No, listen.
What's your beef with Pompi?
I don't have any beef. I don't have no beef, bro. With no.
But have you seen like what he has done with that same controversy?
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I don't know. Papage Pago in your golf, 1640 Shanshan people.
Yeah.
There's something going on with him. Is it like an endorsement or something? There's something that's happening.
I'm not sure, but it's just been trending, companies
You go
have
check
been
it out like
jumping
on his
it
page.
and
There's something that's 1640 so up and
Yeah.
sign up on a shop.
Yeah,
I still say it's a moral and legal issue. Because legal, if you went to court for that issue, I think you would win. Because the closing time says 17. If you say 17, what does it mean? It means you're still open for business, right? Until 17 hours, right? Too much in like Nanguni ku bank. Ku bank, it's not like they'll put like, let's say, at certain banks, not all of them, it's not a uniform thing.
Yeah.
I'm just giving an example. So at banks, typically they'll have timing. Let's say you go there maybe 8:30 to 15. It's rare that you find a bank just goes at from 8 to 17 all the way. But even at 15 hours, it's not like the workers in the bank have stopped
No, they
or they've gone home. No. That closing time is for those walk-ins, the typical regular business for the customers. Because they understand, like, okay, we have a portion of the day where we can service people walking into the branch. But afterwards, we also have to reconcile on our back end the business that we've done for the day. So their knocking off hour is a bit later than that. That's why they specify that. It's not that at 15 they knock off at that time.
Yeah, no.
So even for the park, they need to be a bit more specific in that sense.
Yeah. Just like you said, there is that thing, and that. From this time to this time, so you just put like the last ride. The last ride is from 16 and it starts at 16.
Yeah, with business, it's all about clarity.
Yeah.
That's why we usually have like contracts. So let's say somebody hires us to go and produce a podcast. We need a contract to we can't just assume, for a podcast, okay, for a hour now, we are just assuming. To shooting, then we edit something for 30 minutes, then the person says, no, you know, I'm paying for 30 minutes, you're supposed to do 1 hour 30. Then there's no agreement where we said was this. So clarity is key in business.
Key,
You must specify it. Say, if you finish. Now, if any more stores win, you pick an item, the pricing there says something. You get to the till, it gives no. Per price tag by under 25. Africa till it's saying 50. You can actually report them to Consumer Protection Commission. But most people typically don't know that. They just go by social contract and say, now I feel fair. Anyway, not that way, chef. But Bayama guys, the park, because I've seen in that post even them, they want to defend themselves.
Pompi is just...
No, the user can just come back and watch this. But even the guy, even him is like, nah.
Yeah, bro.
All the way.
He's just unfortunately found a guy that was clocking out at 17. And this guy was just like, nah, man, you ain't getting in here.
Yeah, and him being
But-
Pompi,
but-
like, I
and
expect
you
him
see,
to be.
I have to go see my
and you see-
family now.
Yeah.
You've come in with your family. Yeah,
And
we
you see
need-
what I'm saying? Like, and you see, the worker at the end of the day, he's the worker. He wants to go home. one way or
Yeah.
the other.
He wants to
So that's what I'm saying. The management of the business, precisely, not the worker. The worker's responsibility also is in the customer service.
Yeah.
How are you saying what you are saying? That matters also. But the management is the one who causes all this confusion at the end of the day. So to protect their workers and their business, let them clarify. The last tour for crocodile things should be at 16.
Yeah.
So that people can be slotted within that 1 hour. Abantu bakomboka in time. Not fiati, because you see, you always meet somebody who pushes things to the.
Oh yes, there's always that one. There's always that
Well, it
special
is
one.
Somebody who just come one day and somebody who even just knows the law. He knows that by law it's Vankani. And I have 1658.
No, I mean,
versus 1640.
I mean, like Blessing gave
Because
gave an
it's,
example. What
Yeah.
if it was a minister or whatever? So it's not even like a celebrity complex. It's just
No.
people who are just hard like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna rock up there and get my way.
Yeah, so for me, in my opinion, in conclusion, the Croc Park, do better, man. Be clear about your time. You know your workers are supposed to knock off at least by
Maps.
17.
Kaviye
So,
kotumonenga vara
work
kusumeni
it
shit.
Ngatamai umfwid.
If it was maps, so
going
you
to
would have gone through the whole way.
Then you go
No, definitely.
Get up to 18 again.
They would have even made my personal come to the Croc Park with these pictures there.
But look, yeah, he's a big brand, bro. He's a big brand.
Yeah,
so
but
we-
regardless, every
Yeah.
customer matters. Because
Yeah.
you see, even that customer you look at as a small customer, they can kill you.
No, but even him, Pompi is
right
a big
here.
brand.
He's
in
killing the business
gospel.
right here.
Like, yeah, he's a
Well,
big
that's why it
brand.
became a big issue because
Yeah.
like, why him, guys? What's wrong?
Yeah, so that's
Someone
sad.
very poor.
But also, the chairman name. Timing is essential to this. Banza of no combo
1640. Nana here.
kubataka yeye tavavikirepo but muziva chemuzambia
1640.
mungaikosese ija okay mungaikosese but ganzi ako
Zanu, wafuna kumbuka
but
pasali.
the business they are the biggest culprits in this the management mufuyire mwachita specify because now you've put both these parties your workers and the customer in a funk. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all. That's our installment for this week, episode 30.
Yeah, dadu.
We'll see you on the next one. Be clean. Mudaposa manani masuwa. Ngamwaya kuma tuo kumule ya on time. You can't go like kwashara 20 minutes you wait on the
And then you
phone,
pull
yeah.
up.
But the businesses also be clear about your times, spell out things clearly to avoid confusion. And also just legal issues, because
Yep.
not in a family, somebody who wanted to be a problem could have sued you or taken you to court for that.
True.
Yeah.
So that's
For
a
not
caution in that sense. Yeah. But with that said and done, gentlemen, let's get back to the land of work. Up in the land of work and the house.
Joy
Joy
Tapuli.
tired of couple faced.
Joy Tapuli.
All right, people. Peace.